All right, everybody, welcome into Professional Communication, Com 138 at Altman College. This is a quick video. I wanted to take the time to give kind of an in-depth look at the syllabus, some key things that I want to make sure that you know are in there, that you understand, and everything like that, and kind of give you an overview of what's happening. Now, there is also what I call a semester at a glance video that is on our LMS. Make sure you check that out as well. It's going to look general, like a more general look at the semester itself, and kind of give you an idea of what's going to be going on throughout the semester. This one here, this video, is just specifically about the syllabus itself and some very important things that I want to make sure you get from it. So, in looking at the syllabus here on your screen, the first thing that I want to point out is I have this set up here to where it's compressed, right? It's put into different headings so that it's not one big, huge, long document that you have to scroll through to get to the different parts that you want to. Some of you may be familiar already with how to deal with these headings and everything that are on a document. In case you're not, I do have this little thing here that kind of gives instructions on how to do this. But basically, what you do with this is we see these little arrows here to the left. If you want to look at a specific area, you're just going to click on that particular arrow. It'll open up what's in that heading for you. So if you wanted to see what the course information was, you would just click on that arrow and be able to look at that. If you're like, oh, well, I'm interested in what the course description is, you could click on that, and here is the course description for you, right? It keeps you from having to scroll through the entire document. Now, you can, of course, open and close or expand and collapse all of the headings. In order to do that, you would just hover over top of any one of the headings, right click, you would choose expand, collapse headings, and then decide which one it is you want to do. Do you want to open them all up? Do you want to close them? Whatever it is that you want to do. Really, the idea here is to make this as compact and easy to navigate as possible so that you have all the content of a syllabus that you need without having to scroll through everything. And it's my intention just to make it easier for you. So let's start off. We'll start off by looking at the course information. Again, everything is 100% online. We're asynchronous with this, meaning we don't ever meet together as far as a class and everything like that. I will be wanting to meet with groups later on in the semester, once or twice, just to make sure that you're doing okay with the project and everything that you have, and those kind of collaborative meetings we might be doing later on in the semester. But this is an asynchronous virtual class, so there isn't any class meeting time that we have. My information is here. This will be important for you to know, right? This is my name, my email address is right there for you, everything like that. And I did want to talk about my policy when it comes to returning emails. As we see here, any emails sent before 5 o'clock Monday through Thursday, I'm going to get back to you normally the next that day, right? I'm going to try my best. If you send me something at 2 o'clock on a Monday, I'm going to try to get back to you on that Monday before 5 o'clock. But any email that I get after 5 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, it's not going to come back to you until 8 o'clock the next day, right? So we want to make sure that you're understanding that. And then when it comes to the weekends, anything after 5 o'clock on a Friday, don't anticipate any kind of response from me until probably at least 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Now, I will talk here in a minute about the way that I've got due dates set up and everything to where that shouldn't be an issue as far as getting in contact with me over the weekend. So we'll talk about that here in a second. But again, any time that you email me after 5 o'clock on a Friday, don't expect to get an email back until at least 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Okay. Okay, so that's my information there. As far as required materials for the class, we're doing a 100% online courseware, as they call it, through StuKent. Now, this is a textbook that is 100% online that you'll be accessing. You'll be reading the information. You'll be taking quizzes through it, all that kind of stuff. And this is the information that you need for that. You will be able to purchase a code that you'll use to put into the StuKent website to be able to access the courseware and everything like that. So that code and everything will be provided for you. And also there is an online bundle this semester where it's not just the textbook. We will have what's called a business communication simternship, which is like a simulated kind of internship you'll be doing later on in the semester. Actually, the last 3 weeks of the semester, you'll be doing that. So we'll definitely talk about that more later on in the semester. For now, just know that the textbook you have, it's 100% online. There's no hard copy. It's 100% online textbook that you'll have. You'll get a code that you will use on the StuKent website to put in to pay for that book and get access to that book and everything. As far as any kind of other supplemental materials, anything that you need, I'm going to provide for you as far as links to videos, online readings, all that kind of stuff. And the technology that you'll need, any kind of device that's capable of recording and uploading files, access to online platforms like Zoom, YouTube, Altman's LMS, all that kind of stuff. So just, nothing out of the ordinary. You will be doing some video this semester. You'll be recording yourself doing video. It's not a digital communication class, right? So it doesn't have to be amazing edited video, but you will be doing video that you'll shoot throughout the semester on a couple of different assignments or activities that we have. All right, so the course description, you can read this here. Basically, what I'm doing here is it's your only communication class that you take here at Altman, so I'm trying to get as much to you as possible as far as interpersonal communication, group communication, intercultural communication, professional communication in a healthcare setting, all those kind of things. So if you want to read the course description, that's open there for you. I'll let you get to that. Same thing with the course objectives. These are all the things that you should be able to do successfully once completing this course. You can read through those. It ranges everywhere from being able to conduct research and write a proposal to working in interdisciplinary groups, all that kind of stuff. So course objectives are there for you to read. As far as Altman College policies, these come from the Altman College website. I've got plenty of different links here for you to click on so that you can go to those pages on Altman's website and see what they've got in store for you as far as grading scales and policies regarding all these different drop and withdrawal dates, all that kind of stuff. All these are there for you with all the links that you need to get to what you need to get to online. Now, as far as my policies, the way that I kind of like to handle things here is the time management for you is going to be huge, right? That as we see here, that's going to be your key to success. I'm going to provide you with everything that you need. I'm going to give you lecture videos. I'm going to give you links to supplemental readings. I'm going to write a book that you read every week. I'm going to give you really in-depth kind of instruction sheets on the different activities that you have. I'm going to provide you with everything that you need to be successful. Your job is to, make sure that you're watching the videos and watching the lectures that I have and doing the readings and going through the assignment sheets so that you know what's expected of you, and then ask any questions that you have. I'm always willing to talk with you, whether that's through email or through a Zoom meeting, to make sure that you understand everything that you need to know for the semester. But that's the way that I like to approach it, right? I provide everything that you need to be successful. It's your job, obviously, to go out and access those and perform, along the metrics that I have laid out. One key thing, again, to reiterate what I said earlier, the due dates are always going to be Friday nights, whether it's a quiz or an activity. Due dates are always on Friday nights, not Sunday nights, on Friday nights. I will open every module Saturday morning at 12:05 a.m. They will open up, so you've got a full week to get everything done, but everything will be due on Friday nights. The idea behind that, twofold. One, as I said earlier, I'm not as accessible on the weekends when it comes to questions that you might have. And if people are waiting to the last minute to do their homeworks and they've got questions, I'm not going to be as accessible on a Saturday as I would be on a Thursday. Also, that gives you the weekend, right? It gives you the weekend if you've got some kind of job that you're working or some kind of responsibilities, or if you want to have some extra time with the family, whatever it is, that leaves that kind of stuff available for you. But whether it's due on Fridays like it is now or whatever, that time management is still very important. So make sure you're not waiting to the last minute to get stuff done, that you're giving yourself plenty of time to do what it is that you need to do. And then the other thing I want to make sure to focus on is the submission policy. When it comes to the file types that you use, the LMS will not recognize Pages files, which is the default file for a MacBook, and it will not accept Works files, which is a Microsoft file, or links to different Google Docs and things like that. What you need to make sure you do is when you submit an activity assignment, make sure that it's either a docx or a PDF file. I cannot accept Pages or Works files, as you see here. If you submit a Pages file or a Works file, or a Google Doc link, I have to give you a 0 on the assignment rather of the activity. So make sure you're not doing that. Now, I do provide, as you see here, the links for you to be able to convert a Pages file into a PDF or a Google Doc, save it as a PDF and export it and everything like that, so you know how to do that. But again, if you give me a Google Doc link, if you give me a Pages file, a Works file, anything like that, I have to give you a 0 on the assignment because I can't open it, I can't read it. So make sure that you're not providing those for me. As far as late activities go, I do give you a 24-hour grace period with a 10% deduction. So after the assignment is due, I do open a 24-hour window. You have 24 hours to get that assignment to me at a 10% deduction. After that 24 hours, you're going to get a 0 on the assignment. So make sure that you're getting it to me. Late quizzes are different, though. There are no late quizzes. Quizzes, they close every Friday at 11:59 p.m. I cannot open up a quiz after it's closed. I can't extend or anything like that. So while you do have that 24-hour grace period when it comes to the activities that we have, you do not have that grace period with a quiz. So make sure that you're getting those done. Don't wait to the last minute. Make sure that you're getting those completed, everything like that. And then, obviously, I've got this word about grading, but the way that I approach grading, to me, good grades are earned, right? It's not just because you simply complete something that you get a good grade, right? The idea here is to make sure that you're actually learning and applying these different concepts that we'll be talking about and everything like that. So I'm looking for in-depth explanations of concepts. I'm looking for, descriptions and explanations and things that show that you understand the concepts and that you're not just giving back to me what I gave to you in some kind of lecture and just repeating the same things. Okay. All right, so that's my policies. As far as the policies of the course, again, it's 100% online. That we won't be meeting in person at any time like that. I've got some, things here. Don't just skim through files and descriptions. Read everything that's there for you. Make sure that you're reading all of the activity sheets I have. Look at the evaluation sheets. Listen to the videos. I'm going to have writing, like what I call virtual writing lab videos that explain how to do different assignments. Watch those videos. Take the time to check those out because they're going to lay out everything that you need to know to be successful. Online etiquette, just make sure that you're following these things here. Read through these, that way you know you're being professional and doing what you need to do in your interactions. Faculty feedback, you can read into that. I've got some links here for you as far as different things you'll be utilizing as far as APA format, that kind of stuff. So that's all there for you. So make sure that you check that out. Okay, last couple things I want to look at real quick. The graded components that we'll have throughout the semester. You see that I don't have some points here next to these things. This will be filled in by the time the semester rolls around. Don't worry, I'll have those points all in there for you. I've got some in there now. The rest will be in later. But these are all the assignments that you're going to have. You'll see there's quite a few different activities and things that you'll be doing throughout the semester. Some of them are very simple, some of them more complex. Obviously, the simpler things are not worth as much as the more complex things. There will be individual activities that you'll be doing by yourself that show your understanding and application of the material we learn. There will be persuasive speech components. You are going to create a persuasive speech presentation. You're going to find or think of a controversial topic in the healthcare industry, get that topic approved. You're going to do research. You're going to think of a persuasive appeal to get people to agree with you when it comes to that controversial topic. And you're going to create a presentation or a speech that you'll be doing to persuade your audience to agree with you and go out and do something about that topic that you picked. There is a final project that you'll be doing that is a group project that's got some components to it that we'll talk about more throughout the semester. The overall project is essentially you're working with your group members as if you are a communication consultation firm that is creating this proposal for a healthcare organization that's got some kind of communication problem, and you're proposing this kind of program that they can utilize, this three-step training program they can utilize to overcome the problems that they have. There will be some quizzes throughout the semester that's checking your knowledge of the topics that we have. And then through the textbook, the online textbook, there'll be some quizzes through there as well that you'll be doing, simple quizzes that just to make sure that you're understanding and applying everything that we're learning throughout the semester. So I do have descriptions, a little bit more in-depth descriptions on all of the individual assignments that you have, all the assignments and activities that you have throughout the semester. But in addition to all those, I'll also provide what I call activity sheets, which are like instruction sheets that tell you everything that you need to know on how to do an activity. And I'll provide you also, in most cases, with what's called an evaluation sheet, which is basically a rubric that gives you a breakdown of everything that's expected of you for the assignment. So everything that you need there will certainly be provided for you as well. All right, last thing to look at then is what I call the tentative class calendar. This is the entire semester, everything that we'll be doing, all the assignments that'll be due, when they'll be due, all that stuff is right here in your tentative class calendar. This is just a kind of snapshot of what we were doing. So let's say week one, we see here week one, what are we going to do in week one? We're going to look at the introduction to the course. We're going to look at the process of communication. We're going to look at what professional communication is. And I'm going to give you an introduction to something called communication theory. You are going to watch a week at a glance video, the semester at a glance video as well. You're going to have a little book to read through that I have that's got lecture videos embedded into it that you can click on and watch, and supplemental links, all that kind of stuff. You're going to read chapter one of the textbook. You're going to look at the syllabus. You're going to have activity folders that have the activity sheet and evaluation sheet for two assignments, the get to know you video and the emailing my professor activity. So that's everything you'll be looking at that first week. Here's all the graded components, everything that'll be due week one. A quick little, 2-minute video that you'll be doing that just introduces yourself to me in the class. A little activity you'll do that make sure that you understand how to send me an email, the best way to email me to get the best response. You'll be taking a couple of quizzes and that kind of stuff. Nothing major that you'll be doing. But that's week one. And that's there for every week. I've got every week laid out, everything that we will be doing that week. I've got this color coded where group stuff is in purple, individual stuff is orange. You can see all this, right? It's all laid out for you. Everything is right there. So you shouldn't have any questions about what's due when, what we're going to be talking about, what you need to read, what you need to review. All that is laid out for you. The entire semester will be right there in this kind of a tentative kind of schedule that I have there for you, right? So everything is laid out. So if you have any questions, look at that. Now, I do want to say, if you have any questions at all, you can always email me. I'm at brandon.schweitzer@altmancollege.edu. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to stop sharing this here. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I look forward to having a great semester with everybody, and I will be talking to you on the next one that we have.